Welcome back, trainers. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about the good and the bad regarding PvP. Now, keep in mind, this is a new feature and there's going to be plenty of time to improve. Now we can go back and say, well, what about the raids? They've been here for quite some time and we still have the same bugs from when they were released. Absolutely, as I went over on my last video or two videos back with the Tyranitar issue. Now, yes, they haven't really resolved the time, and I don't know what's going on with that, and they try to give you troubleshooting advice that, can help some people, but for the most part, it's just not an absolute fix. Yes, I know how to clear my cache, how to automatic time setting, how to make the game run smooth. I've known that for over a year now, and beyond. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is the raids are broken, and they haven't done anything. Are we going to see the same thing with PvP? Because there is some things in PvP that are just kind of game breaking. Like, say you're in a heated match and it's down to the last wire, you're winning, and all of a sudden the game freezes. Alright, now that's no fun. And say it was a highly competitive match and it was best 2 out of 3 and you both won once and you're like about to take that W, and then all of a sudden the game freezes, or you just can't attack, or you can't use your charge move. Things that I've experienced personally. So those are not too fun of an experience to go through. Okay, so let's talk about some features for PvP that this game desperately needs. For one, some sort of PvP lobby. So you can just go in there, have a green light next to your name, showing other trainers that you are ready to battle instead of just aimlessly sending out invites to people for them to just deny it or never even receive it, because sometimes it's very slow. I had somebody sitting right next to me send me an invite and it didn't come through for like a minute. Sometimes it didn't even come through. So it's very frustrating and confusing at times on how is this exactly working, what's going on, is it my phone, is it the game, what's happening here. Anyways, what we need is a lobby where you can just go in there and say, I'm ready. So you hit the hearts right here and it'll have battle ready or some feature like that. Maybe you wouldn't even be in here, you go outside of there, and then there's like another feature within the game right here where you can just simply push it and it says all the people that are ready to fight. I see you, Nick. We're going to get it, buddy. And we keep opening those gifts. We're going to fight soon enough. Oh, I'm ready. But things like that, which would improve the quality of life of this game so much more. Okay, so right now, as it is, how do you battle people? Okay, you go to your friends list. You go over to your friends, right? You hit them right there, and then you have the battle. Okay, well, that works. But we also should have one that has, like I said, a battle feature right here where you push it and it'll show everybody who's online ready to go. And say they forget and they leave it on and they're just simply sitting there. Well, that's an exception. Hopefully they'll have some sort of idle sign that'll indicate that they've had it on for quite some time but have not been active in PvP. So yes, it's going to take some, work to get this done. But once it is finished, it should be able to help people find battles correctly, because we need also an in-game chat. That's another feature for PvP that would be magnificent, because going in and out of the app is going to make the PvP matches very buggy. Sometimes the invites don't get sent through, and sometimes it just freezes up, and the battles are just not as smooth as they should be because you're going in and out of the app. Now, I highly recommend, as it is right now, if you're trying to battle somebody in, I say, competitive mode, which they basically all are, what you want to do is close out Pokemon Go if you were in and out of it, and just restart it and do not back out. Now, I know this can get frustrating because you need to coordinate with them if you don't have a computer next to you or something. You're using your phone to communicate to this other person as to what you want to do. Oh, we're doing great. League, Ultra League, or Master League, no legendaries, Master League, all legendaries, one legendary, things like that. And it's just making it difficult. Now, please, Niantic, if you're watching, or anybody else thinking I'm just trying to be negative or bash it, not whatsoever. I'm appreciative of everything that this game is bringing, and I'm very ecstatic about this PvP mode. Really, still, it's fantastic. I love it, despite the little bugs. I've had some heated matches, and these PvP battles get my blood pumping, I'm telling you. And if you're like, wow, you getting excited for a little PvP match? Well, come on. Yeah, I got a Pokemon Go channel, and you guys know how highly competitive I am if you've been watching me for some time, and how long have I been talking about PvP and preparing yourself in the strategies, in the counters, and the moves, and the coverage move sets. I've been talking about it for a long time. Let's just say that. Anyways, you see where I'm going. So I'm very in this, dedicated and passionate for this. It's not just me talking, randomly, okay? Anyways, so now that you understand that, those are some of the features that would be great. Now we can go over the bugs within the game. Yeah, now there's that, but they're just going to have to work that out. And the bugs can be subject for different situations. It could be your server. I'm talking about, I should say, your service provider. It could be your phone, very laggy. You have a lot of apps running. It could be the other trainer that's making the lag happen. Or you can just be in a high network traffic area where the internet service is just not that great. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration that you can't just say, oh, the game is broken. Oh, it's Niantic's fault, right? He didn't make the game right. There's a lot of other features and a lot of other things that come into play before you can actually just blame the company, right? So I'm not completely saying, oh, this and that. Just want to make that completely clear. All right, so we can use a battle lobby, a chat, an in-game chat, which would make this game so much better. All right, now, if you're thinking, well, Nintendo was never key on having in-game chats. It's, it can get nasty. People can start saying things. Perfect. You're right. Absolutely. And there's a solution. Simple texts that are already preloaded on the game. Yes, I'm ready. Oh, or whatever phrases, right? Maybe they'll have like 60 words that you can put together, or just simple respond commands that will just show the trainer what you're trying to say. Busy at the moment. Or, oh, in a little bit. Or I'll get right back at you. Or Great Ultra or Master League legendaries. Something like that. And it would make the quality of life so much better. Is this asking too much? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm just trying to put in my 2 cents, seeing that I've been doing a lot of PvP, and these are the features that I would most likely be enjoying if they were added. All right, so let's talk about switching in the game. So when you do switch, you're going to be taking damage, and then when the Pokemon comes in, you're also going to be taking damage. Now, I personally think that when you do that, hit the switch, it should stop the opponent from attacking completely and wait until that Pokemon enters the match so that it's not at a disadvantage. Now, personally, for me too, switching in and tapping the screen continuously, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the opponent is taking extra damage when I do that. Maybe it's something that they added just to give you the edge upon switching because you were taking a little bit more damage. I don't know, personally. Maybe it's all in my head. But yeah, that it would be a great thing as well. Other than that, guys, I mean, it's all seems to be, I'm not going to say perfect, but a fairly solid system, okay? And a lot of people may say, tap, 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 that's all you do. Okay, well, if it's tap, 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 let's have a battle and see if it's tap, tap, tap. And tap, just do what you said and see if you win. You're not. Okay, so that's out the window. You are tapping the screen because that's how you play the game. You tap on the screen. But it's not a simple blind tap away. You got to strategize your Pokemon, movesets, and when you're going to be using your shields, right? So I'm not here just trying to bash Niantic. Definitely got their back because, well, I like this feature, guys. They did a good job, and I'm enjoying it, all right? So there's just a little bit of how I feel on PvP. We've discussed some of these features before, but the biggest one we need is an in-game chat with preloaded sentences or phrases and some sort of indicator that people are online. Now let's talk about Pokemon that are just going to start becoming OP, like the Community Day Pokemon. Things that people are just going to always use and things you got to kind of almost use to have the edge in battle. Well, that's not necessarily the case. Just they're very strong, that damage is massive, and they charge fairly quick for that 2 charge power move, 110 damage for that Blast Burn in specific, and different for the other ones. But you can counter them. It's, that's what it is. You're going to be able to counter them. So think about it. This game is not completely broken. There is going to be Pokemon that are going to top the charts like Metagross with Meteor Mash. I mean, that's pretty annoying for sure. But if you have Fire, if you have Dark, if you have Ground, I mean, you're going to be looking okay. Even Ghost types, right? As long as you strategize your whole thing, you should be looking good, okay? Now, as far as the Community Day Pokemon and all that, I mean, they can be countered as well. Charizard, it's going to be times weak to rock. So just try to have a Pokemon with a rock move and set it up correctly. And if they have the Blastoise, well, make sure you have electric or grass or something like that to counter it. Or at least something neutral that's taking not very effective damage from water type moves. Just got to look at it like that. Okay, so Niantic just tweeted this out. Pretty important information regarding Deoxys and when we're going to see the new attack form. because there was some confusion regarding that. People were saying, oh no, we're going to still see the normal form on the 28th, but they cleared up the air here. And Niantic support, thanks a lot. You should keep this up on communicating with the trainers and the people playing this game, because just a little thing like that makes people so much happier. Just a little clarification. It's beautiful. All right, so they go on to say, well, you're going to be going up against the attack form on the 28th or the 9th if you receive the pass for then. So there you go. Look forward to the attack form Deoxys. If you're still wondering, how is this possible to solo it? Its defense is so low, and it doesn't have great stamina. You should be able to take it out. It has the highest attack in the game, so it's going to be fairly strong. But if it does have the correct moveset, using your Tyrannitars and or Mewtwo's possibly, or even anything else that you have ready to go to attack it, should help you defeat it solo. We'll see how that goes. And I've seen a few people coming on my video saying, oh, I tried to solo the normal form. You can't do it. I think you're a bit confused. You can't solo the normal form. That's just the attack form coming up on the 28th and 9th, all right? So remember that. So anyways, thanks again, Niantic support, for putting this tweet out. Alrighty, trainers. Now, another thing a lot of people have been talking about, including myself for a while, and I was, kind of disappointed. But at the same time, it's like, well, I did power him up, but I had no idea this was going to be coming like this. I did talk about leagues before they even announced leagues, way before that. But here, and what am I talking about exactly? That is the limits of 2500, 1500, and then the unlimited. If you have the 2500, as you can see, I have a 2555 Swampert, a 2545 Slowking, a 2526 Poliwrath, Nidoking 2524, and so on. They're just barely over 2500. Wow. And a lot of these could have been great. I mean, this Starmie here, that'd have been fun to use. Power Gem as well. So you have a 3-charge bar move, Water Attack, Water Gun, Hydro Pump. Some nice coverage there, I suppose. Poliwrath. I could throw these into the Ultra League, or should I say the Master League, but then what? They're going to be going up against higher Titans. And these ones are just a few points right above the Ultra League, and then they can't participate. So what would be great is if we can decrease the CP of some of our Pokemon. If that sounds crazy to you, I don't know. I personally would enjoy that, because look what I have. This Legacy, beautiful Legacy Lapras with Ice Beam. I could use it in the Master League, of course, and it would probably perform okay for sure. But if I could just drop 89 CP, or whatever I had to do to get it into the Ultra League, that would be just great, right? And if we look at, of course, I had to swipe over to a Heatran, of course. Let's see. The Infernape. Here we go. All the Gen 4 starters that I have here are going to have to go straight to the Master League to go up against Titans, probably. All right? And if you're thinking, well, come on. That's a pretty good Pokemon. It's got a decent CP. It's not going to fall that fast. You're right. Probably hold its own for a bit, for sure. But it would just be great if I was able to drop that CP just so I could bring it into the next league, because I have quite a few of these, and as they get higher, obviously these are going to be more of the master performers, obviously. But when we're talking about in this mid-range here, I don't have like dozens and dozens of the ones that I would like to put into the Master League, although it would be great. I don't know if I would really want to drop any of these Gengars, because I already have one for the Ultra League already. But I don't know. You see where I'm coming from. Dropping your CP, and if we go down to the 1500, let's go check that out. Like for my Persian, for goodness sake, yes, I named it Sasha. I changed the name. I don't know, just messing around here because Mr. Big, son of female, and I get it, yeah. So anyway, this one, Prize and Joy. I've had this one maxed out since 2016. So old. I can't use it in the Great League. Gonna have to power up another Persian. No big deal. No big deal. It would be great if I could drop it 174 points to bring it into the Great League. It would just be nice. And a lot of other Pokemon that I have here, right? Where is it? This Hitmonchan, for instance. Passed it already. That's okay, because I have another one. But you see where I'm coming from. If we can lower the CP, that would be just magnificent. Would it cost Stardust to do this? Or would you have to find a special item? I think it would be great if you could find a special item to do that. It would be kind of like rare, like a TM in a sense, and then it would decrease the CP to a certain degree. I was even thinking this too. I think this might be a little bit tedious, and just bear with me. Maybe we can build off this feature. It's not like these things are going to get picked up, but hey, who knows? but maybe like a almost rare candy system. So you can put these, I don't know what you would call them, but you would get them in, in abundance, kind of like rare candies, and they would be kind of rare. And then you would be able to decrease the CP of whatever Pokemon by however much, depending on how much you had. So if you had 150, you would be able to decrease that CP by 150. It would cost you no Stardust, but just those items, and it would be somewhat rare. Or maybe they'd be decently common. Who knows? Just a thought, which personally, I think that's a decent idea. Or maybe they can just let you do it no matter what. I don't think they should, because what if somebody just got into your phone and decreasing all of the CP of your Pokemon? I don't know, some crazy person. Just a thought. So there you have it, trainers. Just a few of my thoughts on how PvP can possibly be improved. Obviously, I didn't mention everything or all of the positives as well. I just wanted to bring you a video to give you my thoughts on exactly where I stand on PvP. Personally, I am absolutely enjoying it. The only thing that is holding me back right now, and a lot of other people, is who's online? Who could I currently battle? And the biggest feature of all, and I don't know why I put this at the very end of the video, but I know a lot of you are going to agree with me, is we need some sort of system where you can battle random people. That is something we desperately need, because I would thoroughly enjoy if I was able to get online and just have a server of people ready to battle. People that are not on my friends list, or even in my state possibly. Maybe in my local area, and it'll have some sort of area code connected deal that will just link all people within that area. Who knows? But we need to be able to battle random people, and not just within the same vicinity of like 100 feet or 20 feet or something like that, or the whole barcode scanner thing. So I've already tried out trying to pull up my, let me show you here. This, I posted on Twitter, this was a while ago, if it will go over. So if you screenshot this and then put it on a computer or post it to some social media or email it to somebody or whatever, and you both have each other's codes and you try to scan it, it won't let you because it's going to say out of range. So that is out of the options there. So yeah, anyways, trainers, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I will be catching you all on my next video. And happy holidays.